Hebrews 11 verse 1. Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Meaning of this verse: faith is believing in something even if we can't see it. It's like trusting that the sun will rise tomorrow, even when it's dark at night. Romans 10 verse 17. So faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of Christ. Meaning of this verse: the more we listen to God's words in the Bible, the more we believe in Him. Just like we trust a good friend when we hear them speak kindly to us, we trust God when we hear His truth. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Meaning of this verse: we don't need to see everything to know that God is leading us. It's like holding your parents' hand in the dark. You trust them even though you can't see everything ahead. James 2 verse 17. So also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. Meaning of this verse: faith isn't just saying we believe in God, it's showing it through our actions. It's like saying you love someone but never being kind to them. Love needs action, and so does faith. Matthew 21 verse 22. And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. Meaning of this verse: when we truly believe and pray to God, He listens. But just like a loving parent, He gives us what is best for us, not just everything we ask for. 1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 to 7. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. Meaning of this verse: real love is gentle and kind. It doesn't get jealous or brag. It's like sharing your favorite toy with a friend, even when you really want to keep it to yourself. John 3 verse 16. For God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son. Meaning of this verse: God loves us so much that He gave Jesus to save us. It's like a parent giving up something precious to help their child, except God gave the most precious thing of all. Romans 8 verses 38 to 39. Neither death nor life will be able to separate us from the love of God. Meaning of this verse: no matter what happens, good days or bad, God will always love us. His love is like an unbreakable hug that never lets go. 1 John 4 verse 8. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. Meaning of this verse: God is the very definition of love. If we don't show love, we aren't living the way He wants us to. It's like being part of a team. You have to play the game to be in it. Matthew 22 verses 37 to 39. Love the Lord your God with all your heart. Love your neighbor as yourself. Meaning of this verse: the most important things in life are loving God and loving others. It's like treating people the way you want to be treated, because that's what makes the world better. Philippians 4 verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Meaning of this verse: with Jesus, we can get through anything. It's like having a strong friend who helps you carry a heavy bag. You might struggle alone, but with help, you can do it. Joshua 1 verse 9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God will be with you. Meaning of this verse: we don't have to be scared because God is always with us. It's like knowing your parent is there when you're afraid of the dark. Isaiah 41 verse 10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. Meaning of this verse: no matter what happens, God will take care of us. He is like a shelter in a storm, keeping us safe. 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline. Meaning of this verse: God doesn't want us to be scared. He gives us strength to face our fears. It's like having the courage to try something new, knowing someone believes in you. Psalm 46 verse 1. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Meaning of this verse: when we feel scared or weak, God is like a safe home where we can always find protection. John 14 verse 27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Meaning of this verse: Jesus gives us a special kind of peace that makes our hearts feel safe, no matter what is happening around us. Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7. Do not be anxious about anything, and the peace of God will guard your hearts. Meaning of this verse: when we feel worried, we should talk to God. He will give us peace, just like a warm hug when we're feeling scared. Psalm 23 verse 4. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Meaning of this verse. Even when things seem scary or tough, we don't need to be afraid because God is always with us. Matthew 11 verse 28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Meaning of this verse. Jesus invites us to give him our worries. It's like setting down a heavy backpack and feeling free. 2 Corinthians 1 verses 3 to 4. God comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort those in trouble. Meaning of this verse. When God helps us, we can help others too. It's like learning kindness from a friend and then sharing it with someone else.